Today, I'm excited to share with you one of my favorite things right now. And it's going to surprise you. It's actually my alarm clock. But wait. I know you might have a different experience with your alarm, but let me explain. In this video, I'm going to show you some settings on your iPhone to make your alarm a lot more enjoyable every morning. So I'm going to share kind of how I came to these conclusions, some of the problems with your normal alarm app, and then also why or why not you would want to wear a smartwatch to bed. I'm the kind of person that loves the search for things that make my life just a little bit better. These are usually routines or some kind of daily item that I use that could improve my life just a little bit. I'm probably more into it than most people, so I understand that and I'm okay with that. Also, as a disclaimer, I am the kind of person that is excited to try big challenges and tell my friends all about it. And at one time when I was getting into CrossFit, I was that friend that was telling all my friends they should get into CrossFit. So whatever it is that I'm into, I'm usually talking about it quite a bit. I came across an article recently about a bunch of changes to make to your smartphone to make it less intrusive in your life. I did a lot of these adjustments. There were 30 to 40 of them. I even sent the article to a few friends, but one of these adjustments has made a very big impact on my life, and it's the way that my alarm clock is set up. Really quickly, a couple problems with the normal alarm app, and I'm talking specifically about an iPhone. My biggest complaint about this app is that whenever your phone has any kind of update, the volume on the alarm resets. My second problem with the normal alarm app is that all the sounds are pretty jarring. And maybe you want the jarring sound in the morning, but that is not something that fit my life circumstances very well. With my wife in the bed next to me, wanting to sleep a little bit longer, and sometimes with a toddler in our bed, depending on how the night went, I didn't want something so jarring. Okay, one possible solution to this is to wear a smartwatch to bed, and it can vibrate to wake me up. I've done this with all kinds of different smartwatches, and really found that to be the best solution for a few years. And I also liked the additional sleep data I was getting just because that's kind of fun. But eventually the fun wore off on that for me, and I didn't really care to know exactly how much I slept. I knew kind of based on how I felt and based on what time I went to bed and what time I got up. I also eventually hit a point where it seemed too uncomfortable to wear a watch to bed, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. But if tracking your sleep is important and you're doing that through a smartwatch or a Whoop or something like that, then you're going to differ on this point of it. So let me show you how to set this up on an iPhone. All right, so there are a few different ways to set this up. I'm going to show you the way the article had me do it, which is through the Health app here on the iPhone. Here it is right here. Under your summary, there's all kinds of data. If you go into browse, you can find the sleep. And then you can set up a sleep schedule. So I've already kind of set a schedule up here, but it's actually turned off. So you can turn it on here, and then it gives you all kinds of options. Setting up do not disturb, all kinds of things like that. All right, so the other way to get there is through your clock app. Your first option here is the sleep wake up alarm. If you select that, you have the ability to adjust your bedtime and wake up time, 5:30, and then to turn on a wake up alarm. Let's turn these sounds up so we can hear them a little easier. So the one I have selected is this sound. These other sounds are so much more peaceful than the typical alarm clock sounds, and that makes the big difference for me. They come in really quiet, and these sounds are quite a bit more peaceful. Just to give you a couple examples. The one I landed on is Sunny. Comes in very mellow. And that's the one for me. I actually don't need it quite that loud. Let's see how it is at that volume. I don't like having the snooze option here, so you can say done and you can just change the schedule so that now it is scheduled for every day to wake me up at 5:30. So that's how you set it up. I encourage you to give this a try and see what it feels like tomorrow. And if you have a different experience with your alarm in the morning. My wife has actually come to enjoy my alarm, and it kind of signals to her what time it is. It comes in very peacefully. It never disturbs my daughter if she happens to be in our bed at that time. And more than once, I have been very confused with my alarm because it comes in so peacefully. It kind of mixes into my dreamlike state, and that's kind of a fun experience too. If you are willing to try this out, comment down below, let us know you're trying it, and come back and let us know how it went. I'm genuinely excited to see if any of you are impacted in the way that I was through this simple setting change.